Okay, I guess we're on. Testing out this new phone with the camera. It's a Galaxy S. I forgot the name of it. It's a Samsung Android. It's an Ultra 23, whatever that is. I don't know what letters and number. I've lost track. Every year or two, seems like there's these new models that come out. Trying to keep up with the times, folks. Right now, I am in my car. I'm about to take a little, this is called a dump and wash, by the way. This is called Hellstorm Inferno. It's a non-stim fat burner. I'll tell you what, this stuff works great. It's too bad, though, that it's hit and miss with this particular health food place that I get some of my supplements from. This is one of them, but there's no more in stock, and they don't even know when they're going to get more in. So, got a little bit left in there. I don't know if you can see, not much, maybe another 8 or 9 servings, but here we go. Not bad. Doesn't taste bad at all. Unlike some other supplements that I've done that exact, process, just dump and wash, it's called. Just convenient. I'm always on the go. I don't have time to sit there and mix it in water and I just keep things in my car, dump and wash. Anyway, happy Sunday. Happy WrestleMania 39 Sunday. I've been posting a little bit more frequently the last week or two, and you can see my post in regards to my father and I, a piece of history that the WWE's never ran with. It's been discouraging, and honestly, I'm not going to lie. It's not that I sit around and think about it or let it fester in my psyche somewhere, but it does bother me deep down. It's like, this is something that they really could have taken advantage of. It's never too late. Never say never. It's an old saying in the WWE. I'm 53, just about be 53. I'm not a spring chicken, but I've kept some things together over the years. I preserved myself physically, and more importantly, really, is I've grown so much mentally and spiritually. And just like I said in my post, I hope you get some benefit from that. I hope you're able to apply those, that notion in your life in some way to help you in anything you might be wrestling with in your life. But I'm putting together, I've been saying this for a while, but I've been putting together a fitness, wellness, transformational program that I will share with all of you very soon. Just in a transition in life between career and just personal. I had to move all my stuff into storage. We got some renovations done, moved back in. Now it's unpacking, the whole nine. You can imagine it's really tedious and taxing. But with all that being said, I want to start making more of a social media presence. I'd like to build my YouTube channel up. I just got to get some things together in order, and then I'm going to really plug and play and be consistent. And so, as a formal speaker and as a wellness life coach, and of course my alter ego phobia, face painted theatrical expression of me, Dr. Shawn, I've got some some big projects in the works, moving towards the comic book world, the comic book realm. So all you wrestling fans who seem to be comic book fans, these comic cons, wrestle cons, they go hand in hand. Hopefully we'll be seeing each other a lot more in the near future. I plan to making that happen. So enjoy WrestleMania tonight. Like I said in my post, I'm pulling for Cody Rhodes. I'd love to see the promise fulfilled to his father that he made to his dad. It's chilling. It's so parallel and so familiar to me because it's my story to my father who passed away years ago, and is up in heaven, and probably with Dusty. They did wrestle, I think, at least one match together. You can probably find that somewhere. I think it's on the WWE Network somewhere, but or Peacock. But I probably will get very choked up and emotional tonight too watching that. If he does, indeed, either way, I probably will get emotional because it's a big thing, man. Like I said in my post, it's in my storyline, and I'll post a link so you can check out the video that I shot, the video project. This is going to be one of the speaking points and platforms that I'm going to speak from in regards to my speaking career. I'm going to pull some life parallels from this piece that I did years ago. Even though it hadn't manifested, never came to fruition, it's still a piece of WB history that still floats out there. But win, lose, or draw, whether it happens or not, there's something bigger to pull from it. And I'm going to get into more of that later through whether it's a YouTube channel, podcast / YouTube channel. I'm going to speak on this. I'm going to be speaking at corporations about this. It's really a life lesson. It's something we can all pull from, even myself, even though I'm the subject, I'm the topic, or this is my storyline, right? This particular storyline, but it ties into, living to leave a legacy. What are you going to truly be remembered by? And it seems like a life, whether it's a movie or whether it's a book, right? There's so many chapters to the book or the movie. And I feel personally for me that, and I'm speaking to everybody here, but in more particular wrestling fans, just because it is WrestleMania, and I'm feeling that spirit. This happens every year. But, where you're at in your life right now doesn't define who you are. Whatever other chapters you've had in your life, maybe there are chapters that do define you. But for me, none of my chapters define who I am. This next chapter that I'm putting together as part of my life journey, my book, my movie, my film, is really going to be the culprit that brings all of them together and delivers it in a way that just makes it all make sense. Because for so long, my entire life, everything that I've ever gone after, any goal, any inspired vision, any dream I've had, I've always, there's that saying, is the cup half full or half empty? And honestly, just because I've always had set high standards for myself, and I have certain principles and standards that I've just lived by. Where those come from, I'd have to really dig deep and think, where did they come from? Variety of people, mentorship, coaches, my dad, just brotherhoods, just people that I don't even know on social media, like thought leaders, speakers, influencers. But, basically, it's been a journey, and I'm in a chapter now. It's a life-changing chapter. It's a transition, and I don't know where you guys are all at in your life, but I truly feel like my next chapter is exactly this. It's bringing these topics out and discussing them, talking about them, sharing my story, sharing my vision, sharing my message, sharing what I learned, what went wrong, what I succeeded at, why, and just make strong suggestions. And hopefully I can help connect with as many people as I can to help those break through their own wrestling matches they're having with whatever facet of their life. I'm not an expert in everything. In fact, I don't know if I'm an expert in anything. I guess I'd be classified as an expert of the spine because I'm a chiropractor, an expert in maybe the professional wrestling business because I grew up around it and was in it myself for the longest time. But you're always learning. I learn every day, and I make mistakes every day, and I fall flat on my face, and I've had tons of failures and shortcomings and grievances and despairs, and it's been a rough go, man. More so than you might even think. You never know what someone might be going on or going through in their life. So, with all that being said, I didn't plan to talk this long. I just was going to do a dump and wash with the non-stem fat burner, and I got to get to the gym. I've got an hour and 1 minute of cardio. Got to do some calves and sauna, just some light stuff today, small stuff, and then I want to get back to get ready to watch the show tonight. But I don't know. Hit record, here I am talking, man. It's just something I love to do. I love to connect with an audience. I love to, I'll share you this story and I'll leave you with this. Had a buddy of mine from Canada years ago. He said to me, he said, Shawn, you need an audience, man. You're a performer. And I kind of took offense to that because I thought it was like, What do you mean I'm a performer? Like I'm fake? Like I just act? I'm just an actor? I'm not real? That's how my ego took it, right? But then I thought about it more. And I said, he's right. I do need an audience. I do need a crowd. There's nothing that lights me up more than speaking in front of a large audience. And what is wrong with being a performer? What's wrong with, art imitates life, right? There's always a message. There's always can be something you can pull from an art form of expression, whether it's a painting, a drawing, acting, wrestling, right? A speaker, a voice, a thought leader, an influencer, right? And I thought, you know what? But there's nothing wrong with being a performer from an authentic place, a real place, from my heart. And that's what you're going to get. And that's what I'm gearing up to do. And so this is probably just part of it. Just got to start doing more posts, just getting out there. I've been, I'm kind of OCD in the sense that everything's got to be ABC, 1, 2, 3. Everything's got to be perfect. You know what? Far from it, man. Far from perfect. In fact, I'm probably one of the most flawed people that I know. And but I'm always learning and I'm always striving. And just like I said in my post, I've always had this ray of hope, this faith, this belief in myself deep down. Even though those days get hard, there's some days you wake up and you're like, you don't even want to get out of bed. You just feel paralyzed. You're just like letting the despair and the grief and the anxiety and the worry and the thought of what you're carrying on your shoulders, right, to just overwhelm you. I'm sure you've been there. I've been there many times, and many times even as of late, because what I'm about to embark on and break through, and now I'm really putting it out there by even posting this video, but I'm in a transition right now. It's one of the biggest opportunities for a breakthrough for me. And I'll share more of that as I get into my speaking, my podcast, and episodes we'll cover. But I just think it's all about expression and getting out there and just sharing with as many people as possible, because you just don't know who you're going to help, right? Even if it's just one person, really, that can be a life changer for somebody. And that brings me the most fulfillment. I love entertaining. I love putting on a show. I love making people laugh and putting a smile on their face. Or I'm sure in my speaking events or a podcast, you're probably going to get pissed off. You're probably going to laugh. You're probably going to cry. But ultimately, man, I want you to have goosebumps from being inspired, and being inspired to go out there in the world, man, and to make things happen for you in your life, your family's life, to be a community leader, to put a dent in the universe, to really live, to leave that legacy. So it's out there. And as I share this with you, I'm talking right to myself. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm kind of going down different rabbit holes now. Didn't plan to. I'm going to post this. I don't know if this is too long for Facebook. I think Instagram, I'll have to put it on a reel. Or I don't even, man, see, that's the thing. I need to get caught up with this social media. Every other week it seems like something's new, some new feature. I'm always texting my friend, hey Chris, what is it? Drives me insane. But that's just our world that we live in today, right? So anyway, I just want to leave you on that note. We're at almost 14 minutes. What else can we talk about here? I don't know. I think that's all I've got for now. But I hope I make sense there with all that. I just, I'm longing to connect on the deepest level that I've ever connected with, with an audience. And again, I look forward to connecting on the most authentic, most real, organic levels possible. Yeah, I'm going to perform. I'm going to be a ham from time to time. That's just me. My dad was like that. My mom was like that. It just runs in our family. It runs in my blood. It's at the core, But if there's one job or one job title, and I'll leave you with this for sure. This is it. I'm going to wrap it up. Going home. Yeah, I would love to still dabble with maybe film opportunity, TV opportunity in Hollywood. I still love to help people. You know, I've got a healing art in my hands, the chiropractor. I love to share my knowledge and you know, my expertise, quote unquote, in the fitness and health and wellness realm. But if there's one thing, even you know, hey, you want to come back for one more match? You know, the storyline about the first father-son duo would ever create WWE history. Would you be open to that? Damn right I would be, man. But if there was one thing that I knew that I could choose, just one thing, that's all, I just had one choice, it would be that voice and that influencer to connect with you all like I am now, just being real, sharing stories, sharing a message that I know that if applied in your life and it changed your life for the better, it was a life changer for you, that gives me the most fulfillment. So that tells me that that's truly the space that I need to be in, and I need to immerse myself in it, and I need to live that. And that is truly my legacy, is what impact, what effect can I leave on this planet before my time? How many people can I affect through my stories, my experience, my wisdom, right? Through my shortcomings and failures, what can I share with the rest of the world to help that one person? I plan to help a lot more people than just one person, but you got my point, right? If I knew it made a difference in their life and it was a life changer for them in a positive way, I'm just telling you, that brings me the most fulfillment. When I receive letters and little, you know, social media notes here and there about how I inspired them through a video, the story I shared in a video, or a podcast episode I did somewhere as a guest, or you know, just being a WWE superstar way back when, right? I inspired them to change their life. They were inspired by me. That is fulfilling, man. I know that hey, I went to the doctor, I got my blood work done, these numbers have changed, I lost 50 pounds, you know, I have a great marriage now, I've got 2 beautiful kids, I've acquired this dream job that I always wanted, or a career. I mean, things like that. If I know that I said something, or it was just my way of being, truly made that difference in someone's life, that to me is worth a legacy, is worth living. That's it. So, all right. This got pretty deep, didn't it? It all started with this stuff, to me just connecting with you. All right. Happy WrestleMania Sunday. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the day. God bless you. I'll be back on here soon enough. Adios.